Just a little before midnight, an officer with the U.S. Police Department spotted a black Ford Focus heading south on FM 15-7. At first it looked like nothing unusual, just another car on the road. But then he noticed something off. The license plates didn't match. One plate was on the front, a completely different one on the back. At 11:53 p.m. he tried to pull the driver over, but whoever was behind the wheel wasn't about to stop. The Ford gunned it, disappearing into the dark. The officer lit up his sirens and gave chase, but only for a moment.
Transformer eastbound on Trinity at Main Street.
Vehicle transformer eastbound Trinity Main.
Start medic.
Start medic.
Disaster struck. The Ford smashed into a utility pole and then slammed head-on into a Nissan Versa. Behind the wheel of that Nissan was 23-year-old Melissa Mappa, a doctoral student at Texas Women's University, studying occupational therapy. She had simply been driving home, unaware that danger was flying straight at her. When first responders arrived, she was unconscious, and moments later pronounced dead. The Ford's passenger was badly hurt and had to be pulled from the wreckage. The driver, a man in his 20s, climbed out and ran, scrambling into a ditch trying to disappear. But witnesses pointed him out, and within minutes he was caught. He was later charged with felony evading arrest. Melissa's family and friends, both in Texas and back home in Ireland, were left heartbroken. A promising future stolen in seconds by reckless choices. Some blamed the police for calling off the chase, wondering if they could have stopped the crash. But others knew the officer had followed protocol, never expecting a routine traffic stop to end in tragedy. Yet tragically, that's exactly what happened. Story 2. Bastrop School Bus Crash, March 22, 2024. A yellow school bus rolled along State Highway 21, just outside Bastrop, Texas. It belonged to the Hayes Consolidated Independent School District and was returning from a field trip with 44 preschoolers and 11 adults. The kids were worn out but excited. This trip had been circled on their calendars for weeks. Then just before 2 p.m., a concrete truck appeared in the opposite lane, weaving dangerously. Seconds later it crossed the line and smashed into the bus. The collision was devastating. 53 people were injured, and 2 lives were lost. 5-year-old Ulysses Montoya, one of the pre-K students, didn't survive his injuries. The second victim was 33-year-old Ryan Wallace, a Bastrop resident and doctoral student at the University of Texas at Austin. He had been driving behind the bus and crashed into the wreckage. Both were pronounced dead at the scene. The highway was shut down for hours while investigators pieced together the wreck. What made it worse was the driver, 43-year-old Jerry Hernandez. He had a history of failed drug tests and was barred from driving under federal law. The year before, he had also been arrested for domestic violence and criminal mischief. When questioned, Hernandez admitted he had smoked marijuana the night before, used cocaine that very morning, and had slept barely 3 hours. The truck belonged to FJM Concrete, a small Texas company. Its owner later admitted he hadn't checked Hernandez's federal driving status or drug records before letting him drive. 2 days later, Hernandez was arrested and charged with 2 counts of criminally negligent homicide. A grand jury later indicted him on 4 felonies, 2 manslaughter and 2 negligent homicide. He faces up to 18 years in prison, with sentencing scheduled for September 18, 2025. In the meantime, multiple lawsuits were filed against the school district, the bus driver and the trucking company. At Breckenridge Hospital's Children's Department in Texas, staff started noticing strange things. A surgical technician recalled how not long ago, a young girl had gone in for an operation there, but she didn't survive. Since that day, odd occurrences began around the hospital. 2 nurses were working when they saw something unsettling. One of them pulled out her phone and recorded what appeared to be a figure in a white lab coat moving where no one should have been. Soon after, she began to feel dizzy, especially when she was left alone in that part of the hospital.
I don't see nothing. And it's just all it does is that. Huh? She gonna slam it on you.
We looking at a ghost, Miss CC?
That's all it does. All by itself. Maybe she's getting pissed off because you ain't paying attention.
This was the doctor's lounge. Let me see. Wondering if there's anything on the walls. Nothing. Oh, I just got dizzy, and I don't know why. I hate that feeling.
Many staff members believe the place is haunted ever since the little girl's death during surgery. Whether it's coincidence or something more, the belief has lingered that her presence never left those halls. On the night of July 4th, 2021, at around 10:15 p.m., 20-year-old Kirby from Hendersonville, Tennessee, was driving home after watching Nashville's fireworks show. Instead of battling the crowds, he had watched from a parking garage rooftop and was now heading home in his convertible with the top down. One friend rode beside him, while 2 others followed in a separate car equipped with a dashcam. As Kirby waited at a red light at 17th Avenue North and Church Street, a white sedan pulled up alongside. Out of nowhere, someone in the back seat rolled down the window and tossed a lit firework into his car. It struck Kirby in the head, bounced onto the folded roof, and exploded. The blast burned through the fabric top and scorched the car's trim. Dashcam footage from the trailing car showed the people in the white sedan laughing as they sped away. Kirby pulled over and called 911. He had minor burns on his fingers from trying to grab and throw the firework away, and his right ear rang for days. His passenger was unharmed, but the car suffered nearly $3,000 worth of damage. A GoFundMe was set up to cover repairs, and Kirby's mom shared the story online, hoping to track down those responsible. But as of today, Metro Nashville police still haven't made any arrests. For Kirby, the scariest part isn't just the burns or the damage, it's knowing those people are still out there and what they saw as a prank could just as easily cost someone their life. A man named Marcio Sanchez works at a funeral home, and one day his co-workers began reporting strange, creepy happenings inside the building. Oddly, it all began right after a certain body was brought in. Before long, Marcio started experiencing things himself. He even recorded a video explaining what had been going on.
Pues aquí platicándoles lo que nos está pasando aquí en la FUNE. Llegó un cuerpo aquí a pues embalsamar, lo están preparando. Ya lo terminaron. Se han estado escuchando cosas raras. Se han empezado a ver pues así como sombras, como no sé, algo muy raro que normalmente no pasa aquí, pues está. Miren, como tenemos rato escuchando ruidos aquí en esta zona. Si vemos, pues está solo y creemos que pues hay algo aquí, porque pues se empiezan a mover así como que medio raro. Miren cómo se mueve, miren cómo se mueve. No hay nada. Está mi compañero, pero pues si vemos estamos solos. Estamos aquí en la funeraria, otra vez, con ruidos raros. Entonces, pues está solo. Ahora sí. ¿Cuál pinche que se ve? Que nada. Estoy solo a la chingada. Estoy solo. A la chingada. A la vez. No mames. A la chingada.
Because of the nature of funeral homes, where bodies and grief gather, many people believe they can attract or hold on to dark energy. Nigeria, May 26, 2013. Off the coast of Nigeria, the tugboat Jascon 4 was performing a routine job stabilizing an oil tanker when disaster struck. Whether it was a rogue wave or sudden mechanical failure, no one's sure. But the boat flipped and sank within seconds, tumbling nearly 100 feet to the ocean floor, where it landed upside down. 11 crew members were on board, and rescuers assumed none could have survived. 3 days later, South African divers were sent to recover the bodies. What they found shocked them. Inside the wreck, 29-year-old cook Harrison Okene was still alive. He'd been in the bathroom when the boat capsized. In total darkness, he managed to feel his way through the flooding ship until he found an air pocket inside the engineer's office. There he survived alone, surrounded by bodies for 60 hours. The space was only about 4 feet high, just enough to keep his head above water.
What's that? Okay. Alright, you found one, yeah? He's alive! Okay, keep him there. Alright, just alright, just hold him there, okay? Just keep him there. Calm, okay? Alright, just reassure him, pat him on the shoulder. Okay. Alright. Right, let's get that hat on his head so we can reduce the CO2, please. Just want you to keep calm, okay? Are you feeling okay? Are you sore? Have you got any injuries? Okay. What's your name? Harrison. Okay, Harrison. My name is Colby. Again, I'm gonna bring you home, okay? And the diver that helped you now, his name is Nico. Okay, that's Nico, okay? You mustn't take your hat off, okay? You must just breathe nicely, yeah? Okay. Alright, let's go. You hold your umbilical and you listen to me, okay? Alright, we're going now. Put your head under water and breathe comfortably, okay?
He endured the smell of decay, the groans of shifting metal, and the sounds of sea life circling. When a diver first saw his hand reach out, he thought it was a corpse, until it grabbed back. "He's alive," the diver shouted. Carefully, Harrison was fitted with diving gear and brought out. Because of the depth, rescuers had to keep him in a pressurized chamber for another 60 hours to prevent decompression sickness. When he finally emerged, weak but alive, his family was stunned. Experts later calculated that an air pocket that size could only sustain someone for about 56 hours before carbon dioxide poisoning set in. Harrison had lasted almost exactly that long. He later revealed that he survived not just through luck but through faith.
All right.
The lights went off and the vessel capsized. And I was there trying to, and the WC fell on my head and tear my head. And I was there struggling on how I can be able to open the door. When I was right in the water, when I have access to nothing, right down inside the water, I thought of my family, thought of my mom, my brothers, my wife. I have access to none of them, no way to get to them. And I was right in the water and I know I'm going to die. But the only thing I could put my hope and trust in and my confidence in is God. I don't know it's up to 3 days because I was thinking it's just a day, maybe it's getting to the evening. I was on there, keep on praying. When I prayed for some time, I stopped. And I said, God, let that will be done as it is in heaven, because I have tried my best. And I have called on you and you have never failed me before. And you will never fail me at all in my life. So as I said that, to me, if death comes, let it come. If death did not come, I know He's going to rescue me. So as I was there like that, I kept calm, and I was bold because I was not afraid anymore, because I know it's life and death. The line is already drawn. If you want to come, let it come.
Out of the 12 crew, he was the only survivor. Story 7. Haunted Supermarket Dog. One night, a supermarket security guard named Damien was working with his dog when something unsettling happened. The dog suddenly started barking down one of the aisles, staring fixedly at nothing visible. Damien pulled out his phone to record. The dog wouldn't stop, acting as if it saw something lurking in the store.
Son las 2:12 de la mañana y se escucha un sonidito, como si fuese un despertador. Yo estoy acá completamente solo, soy el sereno de este supermercado y se escucha algo. ¿Qué es? Allá. Este aparato que se encendió solo, yo no lo toqué para nada. ¿Y por qué? Ahí dejó de sonar. No, ahí vuelve a sonar otra vez. Está dentro de su paquete. Hace un rato terminé de lavar todo este sector, toda esta zona, y escuché algo que se cayó, ruidos por acá. A ver. No sé. ¿Qué pudo haber sido? Se cayeron estas cosas entonces. Un par de... Se desmueven algunas. ¿Quién lo habrá tirado? Se siguen moviendo, algunas quedan en movimiento. Creo que volvió mi amigo el fantasma. Bueno, gente, soy el sereno acá de este supermercado y ahora estoy por lavar toda esta zona. Esta sería la zona de huevos, lácteos. Y bueno, acabo de escuchar algo en la fiambrería. Debe ser mi amigo el fantasma. ¿Qué querrá, no? Parece que mi amigo el fantasma se quiere comunicar a través de esas luces. Fantasma, ¿quieres tú algo? ¿Estás aquí? Dime. Ah, bueno. ¿Qué quieres? Hola. Bueno. ¿Me dejas trabajar mejor, fantasma? Por favor. ¿Me dejas? Que quiero trabajar tranquilo. ¿Estamos? Por favor.
Damien became convinced the supermarket was haunted and that his dog could see whatever it was. June 2021, on a warm summer night in June 2021, the small community of Holly Springs, Georgia, was shaken by a tragic encounter. Two officers, Sergeant Andrew Drake and 25-year-old Officer Joe Burson, pulled over a speeding car that had blown past an intersection at nearly twice the limit.
Yes, sir. What's in your pockets?
2317, 715, unit 4.
Let me see what's in your hand there.
Code 4, you're running into it,
At first, it seemed like a routine stop, just another ticket. But the driver wasn't just anyone. He was 29-year-old Anzi Dolce, a confirmed member of the Money Murder Gang, a subset of the Bloods. He was on parole for robbery, had an open domestic violence case, and had even cut off his GPS monitor years earlier. The U.S. Marshals had been watching him closely, but that night, he gave the officers a false name, claiming to be his brother.
Fleet tag over the registration sticker.
You advised 73 of 93, 73 of 93.
Who'd you rent it from? Hertz.
72393.
Sorry? Can I call my mom, please? Not right now. If you're being honest with us, should get you out of here shortly. After we're done this.
Cherokee to 716 code 4.
Not at the moment, no. Why do you need a lawyer if what you're telling us is true?
Because you guys are about to arrest me.
Why?
2318.
Sorry?
I know the drill. You said you smell pot, so we're going to search the car. So you're going to arrest me and detain me.
Is there pot in there? How much? No. Just, no. Stop. Stop. Go back.
I'm sorry. I was going to the car.
Stay on the ground. Cut it down. Hands by your back! Hands by your back! Get the car! Hands by your back! Hands by your back!
60 or 715.
Get out!
Parking my truck! Check. Move. Check now, unit. What unit was that? Was it 60 or 17? I'm clear 17 and 29. Hickory at Harmony. Hickory at Harmony.
No, 60.
2319.
Got person in the car. Get that person in the car. Hickory Road.
Inside his car, they saw marijuana and baggies in plain view. When officers tried to arrest him, Dolce resisted. Within seconds, chaos broke out. Officer Burson was gravely wounded in the struggle. He was rushed to the hospital, but it was too late. Investigators later concluded Burson's use of force was justified, and that had Dolce survived, he would have faced a long list of charges, including felony murder and aggravated assault. Instead, the young officer's life ended on what should have been a routine traffic stop. The community rallied behind his family, raising nearly $90,000 through donations. Sergeant Drake later said that Burson's actions saved his life that night, but the memory weighs on him every single day. All it took was 1 minute for everything to fall apart.